Okay, hi everyone. So in our previous session, we talked about the human management, the training part. The training, there are three categories of trainings that are there. We talk about this as induction training, is giving for the organizations in the beginning of the when someone recruited in the beginning, they are giving this induction training course, and then with the organization they are giving after that, complete tour of the workplace, company and history, introducing you to the other colleagues and the company policies, health and safety training, company history and objective. So these things are coming under induction training. It will take some place, sometimes 3 days, sometimes 1 week, 1 month, 3 months. It depends on the organization. The induction training will be vary. And after that, we talk about there are two other major types of training that is called the on-the-job training and the off-the-job training. In the on-the-job training, we talk about training while you're working in the organization. Experienced staff sometimes training, then explain about the job or skill on the job training. You can see this picture. Training in actual working conditions, sometimes they are scolding, sometimes they are supervising you, sometimes mistakes can be happen from you. Actual working conditions you are learning. The second situation is called off-job training. The worker actually being taught in an artificial environment like this. So training actually you don't get frustrated because of like this situation. You get actual training like properly. You can see outside instructor explain about the job and the organization that how can you do it. So there is no stress at all in the off-job training. Right. And these are the mainly the methods of on-the-job training, like watching another worker, we call shadowing, and mentoring, and demonstration, coaching, job rotation, project works. These are everything coming under on-the-job training. You go to the field and you search about something from your own, and you learn about that thing in the real working condition on the job training. So the I guess example of you can see like a working sites, like where quantity surveyors and everyone working actively. We talk about the advantage, disadvantage on the job training and disadvantage on the job training, like quality and everything. Sometimes will be depend on the ability of the trainer, and then sometimes workers put at risk, customers put at risk. It will be sometimes stressful for the worker. And talk about off-job training also, away from the taking away, like you can, there are common methods of off-job training, like you can do a day release program, you can go to send the workers to a college or training center, distance learning or evening classes, block release courses, sandwich courses, sponsored courses, self-study method, like that. So the off-job training methods are there, a couple of methods. Okay, and there are advantages and disadvantages of off-job training. Like off-job training, there is like you can have proper training under the instruction and the proper instructor, and then output is not affected by mistakes. Customers not penalized, other workers not penalized. But however, disadvantage is more expensive method. Output being not produced, and then there is a loss of output for the organization as a result of that. Special fees and instructor fees are there. You can see the example for the good example for the off-job training is this kind of flying simulator, pilots training. So if you train a pilot, a trainee pilot, you can't give actual plane to drive in the beginning. So after training in a simulator only, you can actually give the new pilot with another co-pilot with experienced one to train in another like a light plane. Then only they can give a passenger airlines to fly with another co-pilot. You can see this kind of artificial flying simulators are there. This is called a cockpit of a cabin of the pilots. You can see this is artificially created one, simulator one. So this indicators, you can see this computer screens, and this indicators, you can see the assessment is going on like that. An examiner is looking in the situation in different difficult situations, the different situation in the how can you at the pilots actually behave, and then how they actually properly right drive this one. So everything they can manage. So it's artificial environment, they assess this one's pilot. So it's real, like a feeling real, but it's a virtual environment, like a virtual reality they're using there. Yeah. So typical reasons why employee training is important, because we need a training. Why human resource department? The most important function is a training we call, because uh, training and development is initiated a variety of reasons. These are the reasons. When performance appraisal indicate that there's a need of a training. For example, in every year, they are assessing your performance. We call PE, performance appraisal, evaluation. So then in that evaluation, you're finding out, okay, you have some, need to get a training about some communication training. A computer skill you should develop, language skill, so customer service thing you should develop like that. The performance appraisal, if you require that, so you should do that thing. And also a benchmark, the status of the improvement so far in the performance of improvement, like, and part of the overall professional development CPD program training as a part of a succession planning to help the employees to eligible for a plan change sometime, like to the pilot or test operation for a new performance management system. We need the training. If you initiate a new system, we have to get the training, and then to train about a specific topic. Right, these are the topics actually given by the training courses. Communication training courses are there, like language courses, and like different countries they have different courses for language and communication. Computer skills courses are there, and customer service courses, diversity, ethics, human relation, quality initiatives, and safety courses are there. Like in case of fire, what to do, all that thing. And general benefits of training. The benefits of training normally we call that these are the main general benefit, not from the either from on the job or off job or induction. General benefits. Main general benefits are, you can see, you can keep the workers up to date. That organization can always they are doing that thing because up to date, out of date workers are not that much useful because they can't expect a good service from them. Therefore, you have to keep up to date the workers about the health and safety procedure, new technology, after takeover, and new working practices, these things, and also new legislations, everything. You can see an increase the job satisfaction and morale among the employees after training, and also improving the labor flexibility, increase employee motivation, new jobs in the business, training for promotion. Sometimes you need to get the training for the promotion opportunity. Another thing you can see, increase the efficiencies and process, increase the capacity to adapt new technology and methods, increase innovation and strategies, reduce employee turnover. That means people are not going to another company, they will stay, retention ratio will increase, enhance the company image by conducting ethics and training, like people think this is a good reason to stay in the organization. Risk management training, like about the sexual harassment or like a diversity training. So it will increase the reduce the risk of the management. It's really important for training there. However, there are limitations also in the business, like a general limitation of training and development. You should know, because in sometimes 12 mark questions, even 9 mark question, you should know however points. However points. So first one, you can see the disadvantage of training or cost of training is number one, training courses and other resources. You can see here the first like a specialist training you need, equipments you need. Therefore, training courses and other resources indicate that you have to allocate, especially like a off-job training programs. You have to actually the training course and other resources always give some kind of a management organization. It will impact on the financial part. The financial management of the organization will be very impacted on that area, financial department. So they have to spend a lot of money for their training courses. Sometimes some organization might not willing to spend that much because of their budget. Sometimes they have limitations in their budgets, but sometimes they're organizing like online events, some online participation, sometimes low cost, sometimes virtual meetings and virtual training programs. They result as a result of this pandemic thing. The importance of those meetings will increase. Loss of output, actually this is another second disadvantage, because during that time you have to send the people to the outside the organization. Sometimes it can be happen in a hotel, it can be happen in another auditorium. So that time you have to away these people, your organization workers, you have to send out. As a result, you can't produce something from them. So loss of output is there. Mistakes will be and the slow works or learners, no production in job offer, in the off-job training, and employees leaving after training. That's the biggest disadvantage. Employee they train from you, and then at the end he will leave from you. Leave and join a rival company after training period. That's the baddest thing can be happen, because your organization like become like a training center there. Then people you train them, and then after that people pretty they get good salaries and everything. With that training they can join with another organization. But organization right now they are very thinking forward about this thing. As a result, right now they agree, they have to sign some agreement with them, with the organization. If you leave after the training courses, you have to pay the amount of money that they paid for the training. So that's a called training bond you have to sign. Training bond you have to sign sometime with the witness, some guarantors. You have to you have to find out, and you have to pay for this amount, that how much they pay for your training courses. You have to settle it and leave. Okay, so before we go to this one, there are past paper questions also there, right? 9 mark questions are there from training courses. Let's move on to our the textbook, what they say about this section. Training and health and safety. So health and safety training is really important part, like especially using maintenance safety equipment, how to use a protective clothing, like protective gloves, fire extinguishers, protective overalls, hard hats, earplugs, safety goggles. These are important for the organization to give them for the employees, and also importance of hygienic environment, like one that's safe for the food production. Dangerous from hazardous substances such as acids and glues. Fourth one, the protection need from violence, bullying, threats, and stress in the workplace. These are important thing. Legislations are there for this in order to protect this thing, health and safety legislation. And we talk about general benefits of training again. They are also it keep the workers up to date about these things, right? It's keep the workers up to date and improve their labor flexibility. Then you can, as a result of this training program, they can workers in a range of different jobs, so they can are multi-skilled. They become multi-skilled, and this provides a business with added flexibility. And it improves the job satisfaction and motivation. So workers feel more secure if they have been trained. Okay, if they have been trained, they will feel more secure as a result of that. So actually, it's reduce their anxiety, frustration, dissatisfaction of worker will reduce as a result of the job satisfaction and motivation. And company has invested in those workers, mean that they replace them with require more expenses, and this make employees feel more secure. So job security will guarantee, and as a result, training can be used to motivate staff because they know organization invested on them, so it's a property of the organization, so they become like a property of the organization. For example, if you work in a NASA, so sometimes you spend for your training and everything, at the end you become the property of the NASA, which means they will always wanted your service. So as a result, it guarantee your job security. You will be more motivated and delighted because you wanted to work there, and organization also want your service because you are the only trained person. And new jobs in the business, sometimes owing to expansion, new products or new technology, new jobs are created. As a result, we need to train. Retraining purpose is important. And training for promotion, sometimes training is usually needed when workers are promoted. So at each stage of the promotion process, staff will need to learn new skills and methods, and this allows them to handle the different duties and new responsibilities also because of the promotion thing, training for promotion. How we talk about the disadvantage part also, limitations of training program, high cost of training course and other resources is one program. Because of that, a lot of organization, like I said, I can say 80% of the organization reluctant to invest on training because of that. They say it's a waste of money. And learning by doing, there's another practical barrier for training. Some business believe that the training is limited because workers do not really start learning how to do the job until they arrive at the workstation. So a lot of organizations believe the on-the-job training is a best thing, right? That's why some organization they don't want to spend some extra like off-job training thing. So in some jobs, actual working environment, so with all its stresses and distractions, cannot be easily taught through simulation. So that's why because of the on-the-job training, there's a disadvantage. You can see there are so many stresses and distractions. Therefore, it cannot be the real thing. You cannot taught easily these things. That's another barrier of things like a simulation. You can see like a simulation activity producing conditions that are similar to real ones, especially in order to test something. And also loss of output, you can see during the training time, workers cannot actually learn anything. And also they training period, they can't produce anything. So as a result of that, they are losing the some kind of loss of output. You can see sometimes mistake and slow working situations with the learners. So therefore, you can see the time of those carrying out with the training maybe can see organizations training may need to be considered. If that takes them away from their normal duties, and therefore there's an effect on production. And employees leaving, that's the biggest disadvantage. I told you the final one. Businesses actually like to get very frustrated. As a result, employees are leaving and joining their rival organizations after they have invested in money, training, and training programs. Some businesses actually target workers they have already been trained by others to avoid such costs. Yeah. So that's why they're asking always employees like experienced people in the industry. So because they know experienced people already, they are trained and they know the field very well. Okay, so whatever the large business or small business, training is really important, but they say all sizes are likely to offer training. However, some amount and the quality of training is likely to be very considerable. But small organization they can't afford that much for the training. Like you can't send outside the workers. You can't send okay if you're a small restaurant, you can send the workers to hotel schools to learn everything and come. So they say okay you will hire and you'll work and learn from the by doing. So like very rich mentoring experience for young recruits, sometimes only large business can afford. So because they maybe provide a very rich mentoring experience for young recruit. Finally, large business will have to provide formal training for all employees if they employ very large numbers of workers. Failures to do so would result in chaos. Okay, now MCQ time. So you can answer these questions verbally and as well as you can use a chat line. Okay, so question number one I'm asking from TJ, right? Which of the following is a benefit of the on-the-job training? Others can use a chat line. Which one of the following? Which of the following is a benefit of on-the-job training? Right. Training can take place outside the work hours. Simulations can be used. It is cheaper than the most of other types of training, and training will not be distracted by the work itself. So, what is the benefit of on-the-job training? Training can be taken outside the work hours on the job. Hmm? I don't think. Simulations can be used. It is cheaper than the most of other types of training on the job, and training will not be distracted by the work itself, right? So I can see the student actually answered yes. Even TJ get the answer. Yes, correct answer is actually C. Correct, very good. It is cheaper than most of other types of trade. That's the correct answer. Okay. Question number two. Question number two also I'm asking openly from everyone. Which of the following is an example of on-the-job training? On-the-job training example: mentoring, simulation, correspondence resource, correspondence course, job analysis. What is the on-the-job training example? Simulation definitely is not an on-the-job; it's an off-job training, like flying simulator, something. Okay. So I can see a couple of answers are there. Answer is mentoring. Mentoring is the correct answer. On the job, you can appoint a mentor and then you can work on them. Like on the job training, they will have. Okay. Third question: which of the following is the benefit of training? Which of the following is the benefit of training? It is cheap. Workers always enjoy training. Worker skills can be updated. Business cash flow improves. Yeah, I got answers from the students. Yes, again, yeah. So answer here, I can see worker skills update. That's the correct answer. Okay, your answers are correct. So question number four answer is D. So answer I'll repeat. Question number one answer is C. Question number two answer is A. Question number three answer is C. And question number four answer is D. Very good, right? Okay, let's move on to the chapter review of this paper. Case studies. There's a really good case study. The case study name is called Peshawar Printworks. Peshawar Printwork is one of the biggest printing companies in Pakistan. It is a growing business that has contracts with the government and some of the country's key publishers. The company has recently invested in some highly advanced digital printing technology. However, the introduction of the new technology has not been without problems. The conversation below took place between the Kamran Irfan, the production manager, and the chief executive officer, simply called CEO of the company. So you can see the discussion with the Kamran Irfan, production manager and the CEO. Okay, who is the higher level here? Production manager or CEO? Yes, the CEO is the higher level here, Chief Executive Officer. Under him, only production manager working. So look at this discussion. CEO, another US dollar 120,000 on training is too much. It is double the annual training budget. So CEO argued that this is the too much now. We are spending too much on training. It's like a double the annual training budget. They have a training budget, like that means they like to spend like around 60,000, but this time training cost come 120,000, double. The production manager argued that Kamran, but without the training, it will take at least another 6 months before the new system is up and running. Right? So he argues, the Kamran says that, sir, but without training, right, it will take at least another 6 months before the new system is running. So another new system coming. So we have to train quickly. Right? Without training, how can you do this? CEO say, I know that training is necessary, but it is so expensive. Plus, what happens when the trained workers leave and go another work, someone else? There's a point. Argument is there. The CEO always, that's why in future, you might be a CEO, you might be a manager, therefore you should know when kind of discussions coming in, you should know what are the good and bad side of the training. So the CEO arguing that, what happens this person joins another company after training, leaving after training. So CEO arguing with the production manager. So Kamran says, I appreciate that. But we often get workers that have been trained elsewhere. So he say, yes, I accept that, I appreciate it. But we also doing the same thing, sir. We also actually taking some of the well-trained people from other sides. So that's the thing. So that means he using the same thing for himself also. Yes, we also doing the same thing. We also are from other companies also. We are training, we are hiring people like that. CEO say, how many need to be trained? How many need to be trained? They're asking how much, like how the numbers they're asking CEO. Kamran says, the production manager, about 15, sir. About 15. But if we train all 30 staff, sir, we get more flexibility and won't have to spend on training again for quite a while. So at least half of the staff you might give the training. But he argued that, and this is another point, but sir, if we train everyone, all 30 staff, we get more flexibility and won't have to spend on training again for quite a while. CEO says, look, here's the deal. You can have 60,000 for on-the-job training. So they're giving half because they say their budget coming 120,000 is like a double. So CEO says, here's the deal. You can have the budget figure 6,000 for on-the-job training. I don't want workers to going off for one of these training holidays for 2 weeks. We lose too much production, and I would rather staff train on our system, not some simulator. So CEO saying that, okay, the deal, final discussion. He said, no, we are not spending more than this 60,000 is a deal. That's our budget figure. And he adding to that point, he's saying that this is like a training holiday. So look at the perception of the management, that the manager thinking like a staff as a cost, not like asset. So they're thinking spending too much is bad for them. So they are thinking the training thing like a staff, like a training holiday. So there is a debatable point at this point. Why you're thinking training is a holiday? Right? So the CEO wanted to have like they don't want to lose too much production during that time because output being produced if you're not learning through simulators. So I would rather staff train on our system, not on simulator. So he prefer on-the-job training, not the off-job training. This is a very good discussion regarding the staff members. Okay, first question asking, why is training needed at Peshawar Printworks? This question asking, I can say without saying replacing that command word why, I can say outline why, 2-mark question. Why training is important? Why training is needed at Peshawar Printworks? You can say yes, training is needed at Peshawar Printworks because some new technology has been introduced. They have recently, can see there have been some problems and production when the production manager thinks the that they can overcome by proper training. Mr. Karan, he wanted to actually saying that the component says that over the from training only we can fix these issues. Without training, the new system will take up to 6 more months before it is set up and running. So that's the main thing. Before training, right? Without training the new system, it will take at least 6 months to understand the system. 6 months more to before it's set up and running. That's the need for this. Okay, two more questions. You can see section number 2. Discuss 2 reasons why business like Peshawar Printworks may be reluctant to spend on trade. So I can see analyze 2 reasons. That was a discussion. Analyze 2 reasons. Analyze 2 impacts why business reluctant to invest on training. You can see training is very expensive. As a result, some businesses are unwilling to invest in training. In this case, the CEO of the Peshawar Printworks seems unwilling to invest, right? Unwilling to invest in the training. He's told that he's thinking that this is actually kind of like a holiday, right? One of the main reason is that the cost. The CEO complains that the amount needed to production. He always complained that the amount needed for production, and the organization always have some kind of impact. The is 120,000 is too much. It's double the annual training thing. So he's thinking why they are doing this. It's double the annual training. As a result of that, what happened? Entire company will be penalized. So another reason that explains the unwillingness is that the workers will leave after the training. Our CEO says, I know that training is necessary, but it is so expensive. Plus, what happens when the trained workers leaving and go and work for someone else? However, the production manager point out that Peshawar workers often employ workers that have been trained elsewhere. Same thing. Finally, it appears that from the CEO says that he does not value all types of training. For example, he refers that off-job training as a training holiday. Look at that thing, extractions. He refer that off-job training as a training holiday. So this may be another reason for not training to meet the high cost of training. That's main reason you can see. Can support the argument. 2 reasons. So CEO's point of view is thinking that it's costly and people will go and join with another company, and sometimes they're thinking it's like a holiday for them. Okay. Next question. What are the advantages of on-the-job training? Peshawar Printworks. Discuss 2 advantages in the analysis. See another analyze question. Analyze the benefits of on-the-job training. You can see on-job training means that workers are trained in the workplace while the job is being done. So one of the main advantages of this is that output is being produced. Although the productivity of a worker may be low while being trained, at least it is positive and the trainee is making a contribution to output. In this case, if training is given on the job, at least some printed materials will be produced and that can be sold to help generate revenue. Because the thing is, the training is important in the workplace because advantage is that the output being produced. That's the main thing you have to stress here. And on the other hand, you can see the training received on-the-job training also relevant. 100% relevant training you are getting. This is because it is directly connected to the job. And there is no simulation also. In this case, they say the workers will be trained on the new digital technology, which is actually installed and then print works. They say this is working the new digital technology, like a printing works. On-the-job training is also generally cheaper and easier to organize than the off-job training. Okay. Now, next question, the last question they say, assess the benefits of the training for Peshawar Printworks. Benefits of training to Printwork, you can see training has a number of important benefits to print business, like Peshawar Printworks. The main reason for training is like provide workers with the skills and knowledge need to do their jobs effectively. You can see in your training benefits. This kind of 12-mark question, you have to define what is meant by training, and then you should give 2 advantages of training and 2 disadvantages of training and the conclusion. When you write like a 12-mark question on training, you should know what is the structure of the training, like the questions, because assessments normally like 12-mark question is there. Like you should know the structure of a 12-marker. Benefits of training, you should define training. So training is important. it is a training is increasing the knowledge and skills of the worker, and you can say training will increase the knowledge and skills. Therefore, Peshawar printout work, you can see they can perform their duties very well. Less mistakes, wastage will be reduced as a result of that. Quality will be increased in the print works. You can talk about like that. Like you can use two BLT points like a Meliba model. Make the point, explain the point, link to the case study, write the impact on the business. And disadvantage side, you can see, however, there are benefit, disadvantage of trainings also. However, this will be expensive for the organization to provide. Like this case, they say 120,000 US dollars they have to spend for training. Use the points in the case study. Okay, use the points in the case study and explain that part. 120,000 they have to spend, and sometimes CEO doesn't like it because it's expensive, and also they say he admire most of the time on the job training than off job. He thinking that people will go and join in another organization after the training. These things are concerning. At the end, you can say the conclusion. However, the organization is better to invest, wise to invest on training, because otherwise it will take 6 months time to before the new system running. So training, without training, you can't do that. Therefore, they have to invest on training. Then only you can achieve these sales targets and everything. Right? So that's all about the training thing. So all the model answers and everything I will send you through our links. So you can see, so our next session, I'm going to discuss about the importance of motivation. We are going to talk about the motivation theories, motivation, financial motivation, and non-financial motivation in our next session. Okay, so today, in order to wrap up the lesson, I'll summarize the things that we discussed today. We talk about mainly benefits of training, right? Workers keep up to date. Like when you're talking like 12 markers, you have to write at least 2 advantages. This will keep the workers up to date and improve the labor flexibility, improve their job satisfaction, motivation. And however point you can cite, however, there is a huge cost of training, and we have linked to the case study, the Peshawar printing works. However, there is a loss of output during the training time, like 2 weeks time, they are not in the organization. And employees are leaving after training, that's a bad thing can be happen like that. You can see like that, and also the training is that much important. So it can be come for a 9 marker or even 12 marker. So now I'm going to show you a 9-mark example which came in 2016 O level. 2016 O level they came. James is a owner of a Hotel Trafalgar, and then he wanted to think about when you're training staff in the hotel industry is considering 2 training options: provide in-house or on-the-job training, or sending staff in external organization equal outside. Yeah, not straight away they're giving in on-the-job, off-job. Without giving that, giving 2 different meanings. In-house mean on the job, outside external organization, off-job. So select one of these options. In this case, you pick one option. 9-mark structure also you know, right? No definition needed here. 12 mark you need a definition, but 9 mark no need. So you can write 2-1 method, 2 advantage of a selected method and 1 disadvantage method, and the conclusion. So on the job training, if you picked, you can see, yeah, workers are working in the real working condition in a hotel. So customers and everyone, they can treat it very well. Hotel, the kitchen equipment and everything, because know how to handle those things, equipments like, equipment such as cutleries and and the ovens and everything. And you can use some application lines because it's a hotel industry. And say, however, you can say disadvantage. However, the workers are in a stressful way, and also the customer sometimes may be penalized. Mistakes can be happen from them, and it's bad for the reputation of the Hotel Trafalgar as well. And give it an evaluation overall by looking at the advantage, disadvantages. There are this decision have a James, they have is wise to make a decision in the on-the-job training because workers are working real working conditions, and workers' motivation will increase, and low cost and easy to organize also. Therefore, overall, this is better option, and we should go ahead. Like that, that's how you have to understand 9 markers also and 12 markers also, if can be possible. So that's the end of the training session. So training lessons will be over with that one, and which next lesson will be the motivation. Okay, so I would like, so if you continue this video series with the next video also, the motivation video, we'll see you in my next session. From that time, winding up my today's session then. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.